This woman that I spoke to in 112 at this emergency call, I know they made themselves too obvious that they belong to they are raptors and they know what's going on. I told you guys that they have formed a group. They have they have put themselves together. They have networked. They have a network. They are communicating with WhatsApp, whatever. You know, they have network the whole area around Tortosa and in the area around Tortosa. All the raptors they have put them together. I also see in my vision they have their meetings. The topic is divine. What do we do with this person? The thing is they are fighting the person. They see the person. They don't see the spirit that is doing the work. They don't see the spirit of God, the hand of God in there. They don't see the hand of the movement of God. But how? They never learn to know God. They never know God. So they don't see God moving in here, doing this and this. They just see the person. Anyway, they never came. The police never came. Neither the MOSO, neither the police educators, neither the bomberos, neither the ambulance, neither the agent rurales. This was all mechanism to scare me off. Because where I live, it is a gray zone allowed to live like this, and they know it. And that's why they emphasize on agent rurales, because agent rurales is the one who can make problems with my way of living if they want to. And but that will also apply to my neighbor, the raptor. She's also on the gray zone, and all these raptors who are around me, they are also on the gray zone. They're not around. They are all these are all finger rustica, just like mine. So I'm not afraid there. When the most or whoever comes here to make a problem about my living situation, I will say let's take care of that first. Mine is not. It's just a temporary thing. I can move my truck anytime. But they have renovated their house. They live there permanently. Take care of that first. You know. So they didn't count with me kicking back. They didn't count with me standing to my rights. They didn't count with me going to the police and taking this matter, because I said that what I told this woman is that, listen, I know some lawyers who can work on this case pro bono without asking money from me. So if these things continue like this, and you think that you have the police under your control and everything like this, there are many other ways to bring this case to justice, to bring this person who's poisoning the air and other people and everything else to justice, to answer for his actions. And I have gathered information. I have gathered the flight times when he flies here, what dates, and I have gathered a sample of the powder, so that when they claiming, oh, it was just a fertilizer, one can test it, whether it is a fertilizer or something toxic. I told them. So, and these things, I'm not going to give it to the police, because the police has a leak. I'm just going to keep them until it comes to a court case. If it comes to a court case, I will give it to my lawyer, the one who's threatened, the lawyer working on the case, to present it to the court. There's evidence, but I will not give it to the police, because the police have a lack. If they're not either, but I'm sure that they were not just informed. The 1112 never informed the police, because at least they should come, even if they just come and just look around and say, oh, we don't see nothing, and go. Nah? Because they have to protocol. They have to put that in the protocol. They were ordered to come here because there is an emergency, there is a crime going on. So they had to come. Even if they are the raptors, they had to come, even if they don't do something significant here, just to come and say, oh, we saw, but we don't see nothing. So we come another time. But at least they have to come, but they didn't come. So that's why I'm sure the police, they even coming when you call, say, hey, my neighbor is vandalizing he's just being loud. They will come for something small like that. My neighbor is too loud and we cannot sleep. They will come. But for something like that, they don't come. No, they were not informed. So I'm just going to chill and wait. As long as the air is clean and I don't see any danger here, and I don't see this airplane circling the area, 5-kilometer circle from here, I let it be. I know that they're doing it in Totosa too. So now today they didn't burn those stuff that they are burning. They didn't fly to spread those things. So probably I'm sure that they're working on another strategy. Because probably they told him, hey, listen, it's getting tight. Change your strategy. So I don't know. I'm just gonna sit here and relax and do my thing and just be, and see what comes next from that corner. They are really corrupt, and but I knew that the police. There were also other cases, but I cannot talk about it now. It's too long. Where my neighbor called the police on me, that woman. But by that time, I didn't know about anything. But she already knew somehow about me. She wanted me so much out of it. She called the police on me 3 times. And this police came here, and then they just start wanting to know about my car, small car. I said, like, hey, what do you know? What do you want to know about my small car? My car is parking at home. It's none of your concern. Why are you here exactly? Yeah, the neighbor says you are disturbing them. How? Just change your driver license. I said, like, hey, you told me that my neighbor said I'm disturbing them. That's why you came here. And now I ask you how, and you want to tell me you change the subject. I should change my car driver license. How does that concern you, and how does that fit here? And do you drive all the way from Totosa to come here to tell me to change my driver license? And then they just pick the stuff and go. And then I saw them standing there on the road and talking to her, maybe for 1 hour or so. And then after they go, she starts screaming, go back to Germany! Go back to Germany! I hate you! And all that. I said, like, huh? What's going on? What did I do to her? You know? I know that this police was not here on duty. He just came here to make a little bit trouble with me. And then that's why I know that he didn't come here on duty. They are all network. And another police, Mosos in Totosa, it was the same situation as well, almost. That's why I know that they are in the police. They are in the firefighters. They are in the 1112 emergency. They are in the hospitals, because in the hospitals is that's where they get their food the most, because that's where they go when they have their emergency. When they really run out of their energy, their battery, just like the guy, the Gambio that I talk about, that he killed his goat. The next day he went to the hospital. Why? He went to the hospital. He was not sick. He just came there to get the lush from the sick people who are suffering, because that is their food. Where do you get? You don't go to Lidl. When you are so in a critical condition, you don't go to Lidl. You go to the hospital, because that's where the real suffering is. You just go there, sit there in the emergency room, wait 1 or 3, 4, 5 hours, and then you feel your reserve and your tongue. You go home. That's what he did. That's what they do. Because that's where the suffering the most is. The hospitals, the Fleckeheims, what is a Fleckheim? What is in English? All these people, all these sick people, where they are really suffering and having pains and whatever. That is their food. That's their lush. That's where they go. Anyway, beautiful souls, the war on the physical and on the spiritual level has taken another turn. It has gotten intensive because the time is running out for them. The time is limited and it's running out for them. And you see what is happening in the world. They're trying to provoke it in another third world war. It will not happen. The light beings will not let it happen. God will not let it happen. It will not happen. Don't panic. You see what's going on with my case? I'm not the only one. They are desperate. They are trying to keep this great, but they are losing it. Your job is to remain in love, to keep that light of yours, and never entertain fear, not for one bit. And all will be good. And send your love out there in the world. The world needs the most. Need it more than ever now.